Ladies and gentlemen, when you're moving forward in life, leveling up and chasing your dreams, not everyone in your circle is rooting for you. Sometimes the people closest to you aren't just bad influences, they're toxic forces pulling you down. Let's call it what it is. There are some people in your life acting like demons. They might not have horns and a tail, but their actions, their words, and their presence, they're straight up trying to derail you from becoming the person you're destined to be. There are people in your life whose presence feels like a weight pressing down on your shoulders, whose every word and action seems to sap the energy right out of you. These individuals don't just take, they drain. They drain your time, your emotional reserves, and even your hope. You could walk into a room feeling motivated, energized, and ready to take on the world, but after spending time with them, you leave feeling depleted, defeated, and completely out of sync with yourself. This isn't accidental, it's a pattern. They feed off your energy like a parasite, leaving you with little or nothing left to fuel your dreams, your goals, or even your day-to-day life. These people are often disguised as friends, coworkers, or even family members, but the effect they have on you is undeniable. They rarely contribute positivity to your life. Instead, they bring with them a cloud of negativity, constantly unloading their problems onto you without ever showing interest in helping with yours. They demand your attention, your empathy, and your patience, but they offer none of these in return. They have a way of making every interaction about them, and no matter how much you give, it's never enough. It's like pouring water into a bottomless pit. It all disappears, leaving you feeling empty and exhausted. Their draining effect isn't limited to your energy, they attack your spirit as well. They sow seeds of doubt and insecurity in your mind, questioning your abilities, your worth, or your decisions. They may do it subtly with backhanded compliments or veiled criticisms, or they may be more direct, constantly pointing out your flaws or failures. Over time, this can erode your confidence and leave you questioning your own capabilities. You start to second-guess yourself, not because you're unsure of your potential, but because their voice has become so loud in your mind that it drowns out your own. And it's not just what they say, it's the energy they bring into your space. Their negativity can be contagious. They always seem to have a complaint, a criticism, or a crisis. They're never satisfied, never content, and they want to pull you into their vortex of dissatisfaction. Whether it's through constant gossip, endless venting, or an inability to find joy in anything, their negativity becomes a weight you carry even when you're not around them. It affects your mood, your outlook, and your ability to focus on what truly matters. What's dangerous is how easy it is to become accustomed to their behavior. You might start to believe that it's normal to feel this drained after spending time with someone. You might justify their actions, telling yourself that they're going through a tough time or that it's your responsibility to help them. But the truth is, if someone consistently leaves you feeling worse than when they found you, they are taking more from you than they have any right to. Relationships, whether personal or professional, should be a source of mutual support, encouragement, and growth, not a one-sided drain on your resources. Recognizing these individuals is the first step toward reclaiming your energy and protecting your spirit. Pay attention to how you feel after spending time with them. Do you feel uplifted or drained? Do you feel valued or used? These are important questions, and the answers will tell you everything you need to know. Because the truth is, your energy is precious. It fuels your ambitions, your creativity, and your resilience. It is not something to be wasted on people who don't appreciate or respect it. You have to take a stand. Set boundaries, limit your interactions, or if necessary, cut ties altogether. It's not about being cruel or uncaring, it's about preserving your well-being and creating space for people who truly support and uplift you. Your energy and spirit are too valuable to be squandered on anyone who doesn't recognize their worth. Surround yourself with people who add to your life, not those who subtract from it. Your journey is too important, and your potential is too great to let anyone drain you of the strength and vitality you need to succeed. Manipulators are masters of disguise, often appearing as allies, friends, or even mentors, but their true intentions are far from noble. They don't approach relationships with a spirit of mutual respect or genuine care. Instead, they see every interaction as an opportunity to exert power, to bend situations to their will, and to place themselves in a position of dominance. These individuals thrive on control, and their methods are as calculated as they are harmful. One of the most insidious aspects of manipulation is how subtle it can be. Manipulators rarely come at you head-on. Instead, they weave their influence into the fabric of your interactions, so you don't even realize you're being controlled until you're already tangled in their web. They might use guilt to make you feel obligated to do things their way, positioning themselves as the victim to elicit your sympathy. They'll say things like, "I can't believe you'd do this to me after everything I've done for you," twisting your emotions so that you feel responsible for their happiness or well-being. It's not about your needs or feelings, it's about making you act in a way that serves their agenda. Fear is another weapon in their arsenal. Manipulators often create an atmosphere of anxiety, making you feel as though stepping out of line or disagreeing with them will have dire consequences. They might threaten your job, your relationships, or even your self-esteem, creating a sense of dependency that keeps you under their thumb. They'll use phrases like, "You'll never find someone who supports you like I do," or "If you don't do this, don't expect me to be there for you." These threats, whether overt or implied, are designed to keep you in a state of compliance and submission. Manipulators also excel at twisting the truth. They distort reality to suit their narrative, making you doubt your own perceptions and experiences. This tactic, often referred to as gaslighting, leaves you questioning your memory, your judgment, and even your sanity. They might tell you that you're overreacting, that you're too sensitive, or that you're imagining things, all to divert attention away from their actions and make you feel as though you're the problem. Over time, this erosion of your confidence and trust in yourself can leave you feeling isolated and dependent on them for guidance or validation. These individuals are highly skilled at exploiting your vulnerabilities. They study your weaknesses, your fears, and your desires, using this knowledge to manipulate you more effectively. If you crave approval, they'll dangle compliments or recognition just out of reach, making you work harder for their validation. If you fear rejection, they'll threaten to withdraw their support or affection, keeping you in a constant state of anxiety about losing their favor. They play on your insecurities, not to help you overcome them, but to deepen their control over you. Another hallmark of manipulators is their ability to shift blame. No matter what goes wrong, it's never their fault. They'll deflect responsibility onto you or others, creating a narrative where they are always the victim and you are always at fault. This deflection not only absolves them of accountability, but also keeps you in a cycle of self-doubt and guilt. You end up apologizing for things you didn't do, bending over backward to make amends for situations they orchestrated, all while they continue to pull the strings behind the scenes. Manipulation and control are about power, plain and simple. These individuals don't seek genuine connection or partnership, they seek dominance. They want to dictate how you think, feel, and act, leaving little room for your autonomy or individuality. Their tactics are designed to strip you of your agency, replacing your voice with their own. And the more control they gain, the more they demand, creating a toxic dynamic where your needs, boundaries, and well-being are consistently sacrificed to serve their agenda. Recognizing manipulators is crucial to breaking free from their grip. Pay attention to how they make you feel. Do you often feel guilty, anxious, or unsure of yourself after interacting with them? Do they twist situations to make themselves appear blameless while making you feel responsible for everything that goes wrong? Do they use your fears or desires against you to control your actions? These are red flags that should not be ignored. Breaking free from manipulation requires courage and clarity. It means setting firm boundaries and refusing to allow their tactics to dictate your choices. It may involve distancing yourself from their influence or even cutting ties altogether. This is not an easy process, but it is necessary to reclaim your power and restore your sense of self. Manipulators thrive on your silence and compliance, but the moment you assert your autonomy, their control begins to crumble. You deserve relationships built on mutual respect, trust, and genuine care, not manipulation and control. By recognizing these toxic behaviors and taking steps to protect yourself, you can create space for healthy, supportive connections that uplift and empower you. Don't let anyone steal your voice or dictate your path. Your life is yours to live, and no one has the right to control it but you. In life, not everyone who smiles at you is truly happy for your success, and not everyone who consoles you is genuinely saddened by your struggles. Some people thrive on your failures, finding joy, satisfaction, and even validation in your setbacks. These individuals, whether openly or subtly, celebrate your missteps and hardships, not because they are inherently cruel, but because your struggles serve their own insecurities, jealousy, or misguided sense of superiority. When you encounter a challenge, these people aren't there to lift you up or offer meaningful support. Instead, they relish in your difficulties, using them as opportunities to feel better about their own lives. Your failures become a mirror that reflects their own insecurities in a more flattering light. They might not openly laugh or cheer when you falter, but their actions, words, and attitudes make it clear that they are more comfortable with you struggling than succeeding. One of the most deceptive aspects of these individuals is how they disguise their joy in your struggles. They often mask their satisfaction with a facade of concern, offering backhanded comments that sound like sympathy, but are laced with subtle jabs. They might say things like, "I always thought you were taking on too much," or "maybe this is a sign that you're not cut out for this." These comments are designed to reinforce your doubts and insecurities, keeping you in a place of self-doubt while they bask in the hidden satisfaction of your misfortune. What makes this behavior so damaging is its impact on your self-esteem and confidence. When you're already dealing with failure, the last thing you need is someone subtly or not so subtly confirming your worst fears. Their lack of encouragement, coupled with their thinly veiled satisfaction, can make you question your abilities and your worth. You begin to internalize their negativity, which can prevent you from bouncing back and trying again. Instead of being a source of support, they become a source of additional weight, dragging you further down. These people are also the first to highlight your failures to others, often under the guise of sharing or concern. They'll talk about your setbacks in ways that amplify their significance, ensuring everyone knows what went wrong. They frame these stories as lessons or warnings, but their true intent is to spread the narrative of your struggle. By doing so, they position themselves as the observer of your downfall, implicitly elevating their own status while diminishing yours. There are people in your life who, intentionally or unintentionally, act as roadblocks to your progress. These individuals don't want to see you grow, evolve, or succeed because your growth threatens their sense of comfort, control, or self-worth. Sabotage isn't always overt. It can be subtle, disguised as concern, advice, or even love. But the effect is the same. They hinder your potential, keep you stagnant, and make it harder for you to become the person you're meant to be. They sabotage your growth in countless ways. They plant seeds of doubt in your mind, questioning your ambitions, your abilities, or your right to strive for more. They'll say things like, "Are you sure you can handle that?" Or maybe you're biting off more than you can chew. These statements, masked as concern, are designed to make you second guess yourself. They create a narrative where taking risks or aiming higher becomes synonymous with recklessness or failure. Over time, this can erode your confidence and make you hesitate when opportunities arise. Saboteurs also undermine your efforts directly. They downplay your accomplishments, making them seem less significant than they are. When you share your successes, they respond with indifference or dismissiveness, saying things like, "That's great, but what's next?" Or "Anyone could have done that." Their lack of genuine acknowledgement can make you feel like your progress isn't worth celebrating, dampening your enthusiasm and motivation to keep going. In some cases, their sabotage is more active. They might create distractions that pull you away from your goals, whether it's encouraging you to procrastinate, involving you in unnecessary drama, or pressuring you to prioritize their needs over your own. They'll frame it as harmless fun or as a way to support them, but the result is the same. You're left with less time, energy, and focus to dedicate to your growth. They may also spread negativity about you to others, subtly undermining your reputation or credibility in ways that limit your opportunities. These individuals are particularly dangerous because they often disguise their sabotage as care or friendship. They'll say they're trying to protect you, that they don't want to see you get hurt, or that they're looking out for your best interests. But in reality, their actions are motivated by their own insecurities, fears, or jealousy. Your growth shines a spotlight on their lack of progress, their unfulfilled potential, or their unwillingness to change. Rather than facing these truths, they choose to hold you back, keeping you at their level so they don't have to confront their own shortcomings. Some people thrive in an atmosphere of negativity and chaos. It's as though they draw energy from turmoil, feeding off the emotional upheaval they create or amplify. These individuals are like emotional arsonists, setting fires in the lives of others and watching as the flames consume peace, stability, and positivity. Their actions aren't always deliberate, but the impact is unmistakable. They spread discord, undermine harmony, and make it nearly impossible to build anything lasting or meaningful in their presence. Negativity is their default state. Instead of seeing the good in situations or people, they focus on flaws, problems, and shortcomings. They magnify every mistake, highlight every imperfection, and dismiss every success as either insignificant or undeserved. When something goes right, they're quick to point out what could go wrong. When you share a dream or ambition, they're the first to list all the reasons it's unrealistic or destined to fail. Their words are laced with doubt and pessimism, not to protect you, but to keep you tethered to the same cynical worldview that defines their own life. These individuals have a way of draining the energy out of a room. Their constant complaints, criticism, and negativity create a heavy atmosphere that stifles creativity, enthusiasm, and hope. You may find yourself feeling exhausted, discouraged, or even angry after spending time with them, not because of anything you've done, but because of the emotional toll their presence takes. They don't just bring negativity, they project it onto everyone around them, spreading it like a virus that infects your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Chaos is their other weapon of choice. These people thrive in confusion and disorder, often creating it wherever they go. They stir the pot, pit people against each other, and sow seeds of mistrust and division. They might do this overtly by spreading rumors, gossiping, or openly antagonizing others. Or they might act more covertly, planting subtle doubts, making ambiguous statements, or withholding information that's crucial to clarity and understanding. Their goal isn't to solve problems or build solutions, it's to keep everyone off balance, uncertain, and reactive. What's particularly harmful is how they disguise their behavior. They might position themselves as truth tellers, claiming that their negativity is simply realism and their chaos is necessary to shake things up or reveal hidden issues. But make no mistake, their actions are not about fostering growth or progress. They're about maintaining control, drawing attention to themselves, or avoiding accountability for their own shortcomings. Their negativity and chaos serve as distractions, keeping others too preoccupied to notice the dysfunction they perpetuate or the harm they cause. These individuals often target those who are striving for peace, positivity, or progress. If you're working to build something meaningful, whether it's a career, a relationship, or a personal goal, they'll find ways to undermine your efforts. They might criticize your methods, belittle your achievements, or create distractions that pull you away from your focus. Their negativity is a way of leveling the playing field, ensuring that no one rises too far above the chaos they've embraced as their normal. One of the most insidious aspects of their behavior is its cumulative effect. Over time, being around constant negativity and chaos can wear you down. You start to internalize their perspective, seeing the world as a place of scarcity, conflict, and despair. You might begin to second-guess your decisions, doubt your abilities, or lose sight of your goals. Their influence can create a cycle of self-doubt and inaction, where you're too drained or discouraged to make the changes necessary to break free from their toxic presence. Their chaos isn't limited to emotional or interpersonal turmoil, it often extends to practical aspects of life as well. They might disrupt schedules, ignore responsibilities, or create unnecessary complications in projects or plans. Their disorganization and unpredictability force others to pick up the pieces, redirect energy, and deal with problems that shouldn't exist in the first place. This constant firefighting leaves little room for growth, creativity, or forward momentum, trapping everyone involved in a reactive, unproductive state. Breaking free from the influence of these individuals requires clarity and courage. First, you need to recognize their patterns and understand how their negativity and chaos impact your life. Pay attention to how you feel after interacting with them. Do you feel drained, discouraged, or unsettled? Do their words and actions make it harder for you to focus on your goals or maintain a positive mindset? These are signs that their influence is holding you back. Next, set boundaries to protect your peace and focus. This might mean limiting your interactions with them, refusing to engage in their negativity, or redirecting conversations when they try to steer them toward chaos. It's not about changing them, that's their responsibility. It's about safeguarding your energy, mindset, and priorities so you can continue to grow and thrive. In the end, recognizing these 5 signs isn't about condemning others or labeling them as irredeemable. It's about protecting your peace, your purpose, and your potential. The people in your life have a profound impact on your journey, either building you up or tearing you down. When someone consistently drains your energy, manipulates your trust, celebrates your failures, sabotages your growth, or thrives in negativity and chaos, they're not contributing to your life, they're taking from it. This realization isn't easy, but it's necessary. You deserve to surround yourself with people who inspire, support, and elevate you, not those who hold you back or pull you down. By identifying these toxic influences and taking steps to distance yourself, you reclaim your power and create space for relationships that nourish your spirit and align with your values. Life is too short to let anyone dim your light. Rise above, choose wisely, and keep moving forward. Thank you.